Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Don't worry, we just want to hop up today. We want to hop up today. Hello, Zach. Hello, Zach Gando. How are you? Hello, Zach Gando. How are you? We just want to hop up for the week. I'm good. Nice to hear that. We just want to hop up for the day. How are you? Good evening. Good evening. What's going on? Latest immigration news. What's going on? Let me share my screen. Um, Let me just share my screen first of all. By the way, I'm taking questions. If you have a question, just drop it in the comment section. Okay. This is breaking news, actually. The federal judge orders release of Mahmoud Khalid from ICE detention. Okay, a federal judge has ordered the release of Columbia University graduate Mahmoud Khalid from U.S. immigration detention, where he has been held for more than 3 months over his activism against Israel war in Gaza. This guy is a green card holder, actually, and he was arrested based on being a political activist, um, and they charge him with a threat to national security, something around those lines. Khalid, the most high profile of the students to be arrested by the Trump administration for their pro-Palestinian activism. And the last of them still in detention is said to be released from a nice facility in Jena, where he has been held since shortly after. It's highly unusual to be seeking detention for a petitioner given the factual record. Yeah, but anyway, he got released. That's the first news. Let's see. Is ICE arresting for convicted person or for the one who are charged but not convicted? Okay. Basically both. And it's just gonna depend under what circumstances ICE is arresting the person. If let's say the person happened to go to court hearing and they look in the system, they have theft crime charge for it. Right now, theft crime requires mandatory detention. So, or maybe let's say they stop the person at the traffic light and then they arrested the person. That's too, it's if it's based on theft related crime, it requires mandatory detention. Um, let's say they just look in the system, the person has prior conviction and stuff like that. He wasn't arrested for, um, and they happen to have order of removal. Those type of people too will be arrested. So it's I'll say technically both, but depending under what circumstances, some people have those charged, but they're not arrested because maybe they don't have a case pending or something around those lines. So it's just depend under what specific circumstances. Okay, so that's what I'll say about that. I want to see if we have more news. I just want to check to see if we have more news. Okay, so we got more news. I want to talk about it. Let me share my screen again. Um, okay, says here. Maybe it's taking forever. It says Trump border czar says the worksite immigration rate will continue, but criminals will be prioritized. Remember last time Trump said that he was going to stop with ICE raids in workplaces such as farms, hotels, restaurants, uh, leisure type of activities. Um, but he retracted himself, and then they pretty much saying that they're going to do it. But now they asked this guy, Tom, he said that they're going to prioritize criminals, somebody with some type of criminal conviction. Uh, and this one too talk about the same thing. You see, isolate and their uncertainties care of workers and baffle businesses. Yeah, stop sharing. Yeah, stop sharing. Let's see. Um, Again, what I'm saying is under what circumstances, right? They're not really going to somebody's house to look for that person. Maybe the person went to court. That's when they check in the system to see what's going on. Um, so it's just going to depend on under what type of circumstances the person is being arrested. Because if the person says it's not guilty and the person was not convicted, then the person is not guilty, right? But if the person has been recently charged with theft crime and there's no conviction, that requires mandatory detention because it's new law. So you really have to look at the circumstances based on what, like, nobody's going to anybody's house to arrest the person, right? Because the person wasn't convicted, you know. So yeah, you're gonna have to give more than that context to the story. We need more context to the story. Okay. I just want to see what else we have. Okay. So we have the State Department they said that they are going to be vetting more. Remember, for a student visa, they stopped. Now they resume the work on student visa, international student. They are going to be looking at social media for those students, more vetting. Um, that's number one. The Trump administration announced that they are going to create a new app for people who are crossing the border legally. There's 36 countries that Trump was trying to ban, but they want the country to provide them with reports to avoid the travel ban. So it's basically on the wait list. Yeah. So you're welcome. You're welcome, Zach Gando. You're welcome. I'm just trying to see if we have more news. I don't think so. Anyway, I'm taking questions. We don't have more news besides what I talked about yesterday. Uh, but I'm taking questions, okay? If you have a question, please put it in the comment section. I don't think so. We don't have, besides what I talked about here, I think the latest news that I made yesterday is still stands, right? Yeah. Yeah, if you have a question, please put it in the comment section. If you don't have a question, I'm done because we don't really have news. We don't really have news. Besides what I talked about yesterday, we don't really have news. Okay, I guess we don't have anything. I mean, if we don't, if we don't have question, we don't. You know, might as well. I just have to come back tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Monday morning. I feel like morning is the best time because people we get a lot of people Monday on during morning time, you know. Okay, let's see. People on weekend. Yeah, I guess. So I guess people on weekend. I guess we're gonna come back during the week. So sometimes I like to do the. I feel like in the morning we have more people asking their questions because this is the time people ask their questions. But if nobody's here to so that I can answer the question, then I don't see the point of me of my energy. Maybe we'll come back next week. I'll try my best next week when I come in the morning because I feel like in the morning we have a lot of people. Sometimes we have people too in the evening, but looks like today we don't. Okay, and nobody's asking questions. So anyway, thanks. Have a great weekend.